Helmet cam footage from the Azov's 3rd Assault Brigade reveals a daring tactic by a pair of Ukrainian soldiers who utilized a captured Russian radio to deceive their adversaries. The footage shows the soldiers tricking the Russian forces into holding their fire, allowing the Ukrainians to approach closely and open fire. This maneuver was reportedly successful, leading to the Russians retreating from their positions. In a separate operation, Ukrainian aerial scouts targeted a house used by Russian invaders with precision. The house was destroyed by a kamikaze drone, which exploded on impact. Despite the initial explosion, some Russian troops survived and attempted to escape into nearby trees. However, their efforts were thwarted as additional drone strikes caused significant casualties, reportedly killing most of the remaining Russian soldiers in the area. Elsewhere, soldiers from the 79th Separate Air Assault Brigade successfully repelled an attack by Russian forces near Pereskovivka and Kostantinivka in the Kurakov direction. Footage from the front lines shows the defensive positions held by the 79th and 471st Separate Infantry Battalions. The clash resulted in the destruction of 1 Russian tank and 3 armored vehicles. Ukrainian drone pilots further targeted surviving Russian infantry, resulting in 8 enemy combatants killed and an equal number wounded. In the past 24 hours, 140 combat encounters were recorded on the front lines, with the most intense fighting reported in the Pokrovsk direction, according to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russian activity was also noted in the Toretsk and Kupiansk areas. Russian losses amounted to 1,150 personnel, along with the destruction of 5 tanks, 17 armored fighting vehicles, 59 artillery systems, 3 multiple launch rocket systems, 3 air defense systems, 41 UAVs, 2 cruise missiles, 80 vehicles, and 11 pieces of special equipment. Ukrainian aviation, rocket forces, and artillery conducted 5 strikes on personnel concentration areas, hitting a command post, 5 air defense systems, a radar station, a warehouse, and other critical targets. Ukrainian forces reported that Russia is engaging foreign volunteers, including Egyptian citizens, in combat operations on the Kharkiv front. Russian personnel movements were observed near the village of Hlybok in Kharkiv Oblast, and evacuation of bodies near the Russian village of Lozovaya Rudka in Belgorod Oblast was noted. In the last 3 months, Russia has faced its heaviest losses since the invasion began in February 2022. However, the British Ministry of Defense reported a decrease in average daily losses for Russian forces from 1,262 per day in May to 1,140 in July. Despite this reduction, these months have been the costliest for Russian forces. The UK intelligence believes this decrease indicates that Russian troops are fortifying their positions in the Kharkiv region, though effective Ukrainian defense continues to impede significant Russian advances. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy emphasized the necessity of ending the war on Ukraine's terms, advocating for the implementation of Ukraine's peace formula. He commended Ukrainian soldiers for their successful strikes on Russian military airfields, oil refineries, and other critical infrastructure. Zelenskyy highlighted the need for permission from international partners to deploy long-range weapons targeting Russia. He also expressed gratitude to Ukraine's allies for maintaining sanctions pressure on Russia and urged for further tightening to prevent circumvention. Russian sabotage and reconnaissance groups, SRG, have infiltrated the outskirts of Toretsk twice in the past 3 days from the partially seized village of Zelenskyy. Several clashes have ensued as a result. Reports indicate that Ukrainian forces have repelled these incursions on at least 1 occasion. The frequency and intensity of assaults have escalated significantly, with 48 attacks recorded the week before last and 58 last week. The use of FPV drones by Russian forces has also increased. The pace of Russian advances on the Toretsk front is alarming, with forces pushing nearly 4 kilometers into Ukrainian positions over the past month and a half. The offensive, which began in late June 2024, has seen Russian troops capitalizing on the rotation of Ukrainian brigades, moving from the 24th Brigade to the 41st Brigade. On Monday, July 29, Germany announced a new military aid package for Ukraine. In coordination with Denmark, Germany will transfer 8 additional Leopard 1A5 tanks, raising the total to 58. The aid package also includes 21,000 rounds of ammunition for Gepard self-propelled anti-aircraft guns, 2 additional Bergpanzer II armored repair and recovery vehicles, 10 surface drones, 10 ground surveillance radars, and nearly 25,000 helmets. A field hospital is also part of the package, adding to previous medical support provided by Germany. In a recent countermeasure, soldiers from Ukraine's 14th Separate Regiment of Unmanned Systems Forces successfully destroyed a Russian Zu-1 radar station. According to Doco Defense, a video of the attack was shared on social media, showcasing the precision and effectiveness of the operation. The destruction of this mobile radar significantly hampers the enemy's ability to conduct counter-battery combat, thereby reducing artillery fire threats to Ukrainian units.
Выстрел!